This is DJI Mic 2. And it has so many new features and upgrades compared to its predecessor. 32-bit float so you don't clip, AI noise cancellation so when you're in a noisy environment your voice appears clearer, direct Bluetooth connection which means you can connect this to your Osmo Action 4, Osmo Pocket 3 or even your iPhone. The receiver has a button that works hand in hand with touchscreen and the case is made from aluminum alloy. Sounds good? See what I did there? And here it is! DJI Mic 2 transmitter, 1 receiver plus charging case combo comes in this nicely designed box. Inside the box we're greeted with the carrying bag and some papers. Inside the carrying bag we're greeted with DJI Mic 2 charging case, some stickers, super soft and fluffy windscreen, camera audio cable, the other windscreen, USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Don't worry, it charges with USB-C to USB-C cable as well. And that's pretty much it. At first glance, DJI Mic 2's aluminum alloy charging case looks really beautiful. Compared to its predecessor, it is shorter, wider with almost exactly the same thickness. Charging case has a latch that will prevent this case from opening up by mistake. Inside the charging case, we're greeted with a familiar design that you may remember from DJI Mic 1, except the transmitters now have their clip sides facing inwards. General design language of DJI Mic 2 is so elegant and tasteful. With their transparent design, the transmitters look gorgeous. It has a thicker clip magnet, which makes it easier to grab. Without the magnets, transmitters weigh 28 grams, which is 2 grams lighter than DJI Mic 1's transmitters. The new receiver is gorgeous and the little clickable dial comes in so handy. The shoe mount is not removable anymore, which is great. Other than that, you get the Lightning and USB-C adapters. Compared to previous receiver, this receiver is bigger, has a bigger screen, and it weighs 28 grams, which is 1 gram heavier from the first generation if the shoe mount is still on it. After the initial setup, I enjoyed the beautiful combination of touch and dial to wander around the menus. These transmitters are translucent. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the stuff inside the transmitter and it gives you a gorgeous look. And this front side where we have the microphone jack and the built-in omnidirectional microphone looks like Shure 55SH, that old vintage microphone, which I like a lot. The microphone on this transmitter is omnidirectional. What that means is while you're wearing this, you don't have to necessarily direct to anywhere. It captures sound from every direction. And right here we have the built-in microphone, and here we have the microphone jack, which means you can connect your own lavalier mic or whatever you like and use it with this. On this side we have a green light, and that green light means we are connected to the receiver. And on this side we have the recording light, so when you hit this it shows that it's recording and you can stop it like that. When you hold down the power button, it switches from the green light to blue light. That means now it is in the Bluetooth mode, blue light Bluetooth. And what that allows you to do is directly connect DJI Mic 2 to your iPhone, to your Osmo Action 4 or your Osmo Pocket 3. You can directly record into it. You don't need the receiver. So when it's in blue mode, I can hit pairing. Now the pairing is blinking, and there it is, DJI Mic. And now we're connected. As you can see, now we're recording from the DJI Mic directly into the iPhone. But the microphone right now does not work with the camera app, Apple's own camera app. Well, what you can do is you can download this free app called Blackmagic Camera, and when you go to Blackmagic Camera, you can go to your settings, and in audio source, you can select the DJI mic. And once you do that, now we're recording with DJI mic. How about that? So if I go to CES and I'm reporting or I'm live broadcasting, of course, depends on the app, but I can just use this and my iPhone. I don't need to connect the transmitter or anything, and I can just record with this. But the thing is, because we have AI noise cancellation is now in the power button. When you hit the power button, as you can see, it turns into this yellowish color to show you that it is in the noise cancellation mode, which means that now we don't have mute from the transmitter itself. You can mute it from the receiver, of course, but the transmitter, if you're wearing the transmitter, you cannot mute yourself. You gotta turn the microphone off. I also think this color is really close to green, which is let me show you. If we switch to 2.4 gigahertz, as you can see, this is our green, and this is the AI noise cancellation mode, which is very, very close, very close. Of course, just like the first generation, it comes with a magnet, and the nice thing is magnet has two sides. So if you want to know which one is which, you can flip the magnets around and then you will know which one is which. This clip here is very nicely designed, and this thing right here is designed so your cable goes through it. I'm gonna show you later in the video. It comes with a really nice wind diffuser, and this wind diffuser is so easy to apply. So you simply just put this into the microphone jack and it just pops in there. And it doesn't block the LED lights, which wasn't getting blocked on the previous generation, but it was close. But this is clearer. Of course, just like the previous generation, it has features like vibration. So when you start recording, this vibrates. And it's actually a really good indication that tells you what's going on. And this is the shadow black version, but it also comes in pearl white, which looks gorgeous. But the pearl white, you can only get the transmitter, not with the combo package, but I wish it did. Maybe in the future they will make that Stormtrooper white version of Mic 2, because that thing looks incredible. I haven't seen it in person, I only saw these photos. Doesn't it look great? Now let's talk about the receiver. As you can see, the receiver is a little bigger than the previous generation, but also the screen is bigger, and I really like that it has this button where you can control some stuff. Let's say if you're wearing gloves or something, I think this is gonna come in handy, but this doesn't control everything. So you can go into a menu and then you can control it. But to go to that menu, you still have to swipe. And it doesn't work in every interface. We have the power button here, and power button locks the screen. Somehow this thing is magnetic, so if you wanna snap this somewhere, you can. The cold shoe mount now doesn't come off, which is great. It just stays on there. It is part of the receiver, so it makes it so much easier to mount it on a camera. With the previous one, which had a clip, it was more difficult to mount and then take it off. When it comes to ports, we have a headphone jack and a microphone out, so you can connect this to your own camera. And the cable that comes with it is this really nice cable. It just takes the shape that you put it in. It's not soft, so you can have this out and create something like this and put it in there. And it just stays like this. I like this a lot. Very cleverly designed. You can connect two transmitters into the receiver, and what that means is if you're interviewing someone, both of you can wear your microphones and it will get directly recorded into the camera. Also, if you have an Osmo Pocket 3, you can connect two transmitters to that one as well. Of course, when it is connected with the cable, you're recording analog to the device, but if you want to record digitally, you can use the Lightning or USB-C connection, or you can, of course, record directly to transmitter, which we're gonna talk about. Everything you do with the receiver, you get a notification. As you can see, now it shows us that the jack is plugged in, and when you take it out, it tells you that it's out now, and you have to confirm, which is great, because if it accidentally gets maybe a little pulled off like this and you don't realize, it shows it to you on its screen. Using its USB-C connection, you can connect this to your computer and the computer will recognize this as a microphone. So if you're doing a Zoom call or anything like that, you can simply plug this to your computer via USB-C and wear your lavalier mic and have a clear audio for the people you're talking to. And another very thoughtful thing is when you connect this to your iPhone, which by the way passes the iPhone case test. As you may know, iPhone case is a little see, it is telling you to confirm, a little problematic. So if I go here and watch a video, and I just got the new one. As you can see, I still can hear the speakers. It doesn't take over the speakers, it only takes over the microphone. I can watch it back without a headphone. I don't need to use the monitoring headphone jack. Another thing you can do is if you connect power to your receiver, the receiver will also charge your phone. This feature worked great with all of my phones except for iPhone 15. With iPhone 15 series, it seems like the charging gets interrupted every once in a while. I reported this to DJI and hopefully it will be fixed soon. The case, especially compared to the previous one, looks so much better, looks so much more high-end. I mean, I had no problems with this case and I used to throw it in my bag and go wherever I want. But this is that much better and it just gives it that much more professional look. And for some reason it balances better than the other one. Look at this. If I it has 3250 milliampere hour battery, which means it can charge all of these devices in it, 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, 2 more times. And all the receivers and transmitters in this have 6-hour battery life, which means in total you will get 18-hour battery life with this, which is 3 hours more compared to the previous generation. At the top here, it has this soft elastic part that just sits on the microphones when you close it. All right, now let's talk about what 32-bit float is, because this is something I switched a while ago and I was expecting this to come to DJI mic for a while. What 32-bit float means is the system has wider dynamic range to capture all the sounds from quiet to loud. What that means is it's not gonna clip when you start yelling like, hey, hey! All right, noise cancellation. Noise cancellation is a great feature. It's a lot of fun. And let me show you. Play airplane cabin noise on HomePod 2. All right, right now I have the airplane cabin noise turned on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this button and I'm gonna turn on the noise cancellation. And now the noise cancellation is turned on and this is what I sound like. Nothing has changed. The airplane cabin noise is still playing. Let's turn it off. Now it is off and this is what it sounds like. So once again, now it's on. And then now let's turn it off. Now it is off. You can also enable your noise cancellation from here. You tap on this and now it's enabled and you tap on it again. Now it is disabled. And just like previous generation, Mic 2's transmitters have 8 gigabytes of internal storage. What that means is you can record directly into this. You actually don't even need to use the transmitter. And you can just, this is actually what I usually do. I put my camera somewhere and I just wear my DJI mic and start talking to it. And before I walk away, I just clap and then I synchronize that. That's how I like to do it, but you don't have to do it, but you can. You don't need to carry everything. You can just bring this with you and that will take care of a lot of things for you. In 24-bit mode, you can record up to almost 15 hours. That's what it shows on the screen. And in 32-bit float mode, it can record up to 11 hours internally. Also, when this is connected to your camera, You can either record in mono with safety track. What that means is on one channel, let's say on the left, it records normally, and on the right channel, it records with -6 decibel, which means if you're using 24-bit and if you're peaking, you can take care of that in that sense. Or you can record in stereo. What that means is this one's gonna go to one channel and this one's gonna go to the other channel, and you can adjust them separately, which is what I would recommend. When you're using this stereo mono setting, this just works from the receiver to your camera. So your transmitters, if you set it to stereo, of course it doesn't record in stereo. When you set it to safety channel, it doesn't record a safety channel on your transmitters. Just keep that in mind. You can change the receiver gain easily like that, or you can change the microphone gain like this. We also have another feature, and that is turn on and off with the camera. So when I turn off my camera, receiver turns off, not the microphones, but the receiver. And when I turn my camera on, the receiver turns on. And I wish when I hit record, the transmitters and the receiver charges in 70 minutes, and the case itself charges in 2 hours and 40 minutes. The range is 250 meters in open environment, but of course if you're recording directly into the transmitters, who cares if the connection breaks, unless it's a live broadcast. Then it matters. Then just don't go too far away. Actually, the internal storage on this, I sometimes use it as an external drive. You can put other files into this too, because when you connect it to your computer with USB-C, it sees it as a drive where you can drag everything out and put it back in. It's very useful, very practical, and very easy to use. And another thing they added into this, which I thought was great, is, let's go here, recommended camera settings. This is fantastic. You pick your brand. You can say Sony, Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, Fujifilm. That's all we have for now. And then you go to model, and it starts from A6400 to A6600. And towards the end here, we have FX3, and we even have ZV-E10. It is great, and it sets the output level optimized for your camera, which is great. But that's not all. That's not all, there is still more. DJI also has this lavalier microphone. They put this clicky thingy, and I can rotate it as I wish. And this end goes here, and it goes under the clip, and now it's safely mounted to the transmitter. And if this gets pulled, this is not gonna come off. This is what it sounds like with the lavalier mic, and this is what it sounds like with the DJI Mic 2 itself. This is what it sounds like with the lavalier mic, and this is what it sounds like with DJI Mic 2's built-in mic. This is what it sounds like with the lavalier mic, and this is what it sounds like with the built-in mic. Which one do you like better? Let me know in the comment section below. I think overall DJI did a great job with this. They brought in all the upgrades and new features that I wish DJI Mic 1 had. I only wish there was a way to adjust the AI noise cancellation a little bit, you know, maybe like from -6 to +6 or something like that, or maybe a separate channel with the noise cancellation and one channel without the noise cancellation. But I'm being nitpicky. As usual, what I'm curious about is, what did you think about DJI Mic 2? What did you think about the new features, new upgrades, and everything? Is this something you'll be picking up? Is this something worth upgrading from DJI Mic 1 or other microphones? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you so much, DJI, for making this video possible. I would have made it anyway, but let's cut that part out. Let's cut that part out. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. 2024, here we are. And until I see you the next time, take really good care of yourselves. This little guy has been recording for 47 minutes. Look at this. Good job, little guy. And until I see you the next time, take really good care of yourselves. And hoşça kalın.